Shalom, beloved family. It's your girl Sophia, Spiritualite, and we're here for our daily prayer and reading. Of course, we meet every day at Thummim Sassur. We say a prayer, we read a psalm, and then we do a 3-card reading just to see what message we can get from the Most High and from the angels. So without further ado, all praise, all glory, and all honor goes to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, Enoch, Moses, Noah, and Solomon. We thank you for another day to have labored in the vineyard. We ask for permission to speak with the angels for just a few moments so that we can get a message that will allow us to be of better service to you and to the kingdom. When we enter herein with all humility, let God the Almighty One enter into this place by the entrance of an eternal happiness, of a divine prosperity, of a perfect joy, of an abundant charity, and of an eternal salutation. Let all the demons fly from this place, especially those who are opposed unto this work, and let the angels of peace assist and protect this place, from which let discord and strife fly and depart. Magnify and extend upon us, O Lord, thy most holy name, and bless our conversation and our assembly. Sanctify, O Lord our God, our humble entry herein, thou the blessed and holy one of the eternal ages. Selah. We thank the Holy Mother for always being with us, for always guiding us, and for always walking with us down the path of life. O Divine Mother, illumine me with divine wisdom, vivify me with divine life, and purify me with divine love, that in all I think and say and do, I may be more and more thy child. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahushua and the perfect example he set of how to both climb the tree of life and conquer the tree of death. And to the angels, to our personal guardian angels, to the archangels, to the council of 9, to the council of 12, to the council of 24, to the 24 elders, to the 42-letter name of the Most High, to the 72-letter name of the Most High, to the council of 144,000, to the 216 angels on the tree of life, to the entire administration of angels, and to all the angels whose names we know and the ones whose names we do not know. We ask that you come and be with us for just a few moments. Give us a message that will allow us to be of better service to the Most High and to the kingdom. All right, let's read Psalm 16. Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, Thou art my Lord, my goodness extendeth not to thee, but to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Their sorrow shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Yea, I have goodly heritage. I will bless the Lord who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand. I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Selah. All right, so, excuse me, we have our Rota Mundi deck here. Of course, this is an advanced deck because it is a Kabbalah deck. So, you know, if you are a beginner, you can use this deck, but you would just have to go kind of slow, you know, one card at a time, so on and so forth. So if you go to fruitsandspirit.com, sign up with your email address, you'll get a coupon for 10% off all physical products and $5 off our upcoming course. So we have our cards. All praise, glory, and honor go to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We again ask permission to speak with the angels for just a few moments so that we can get a message that will allow us to be of better service to you and to the kingdom. We thank the Holy Mother for everything that she does for us. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahushua and the perfect example that he set, and to the angels whom we've already called in, we ask that you give us a message that's clear, that's easy for us to understand, that's easy for us to apply, and that allows us to be to have total understanding or more understanding of what it is that we need to be doing here to serve the Most High, to help with the building of the kingdom. And of course, when you give us the message, we will let the Most High know that you have, held up your end of the covenant. And again, we are thankful and grateful for all of your hard work and all of your service towards us. I thought something fell out. No. All right. So, oh goodness, here we go. The Queen of Pentacles. John chapter 7 through 12. Y'all know what time it is. 7 and 8 are already up in the Spiritualite activities. I'm going to get some more of those done. Here we go. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Oh goodness. I'm going to use the other book today. No, I'm not. And we have the 27, which is the Tower. The Tower. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see what these things are saying. All right. Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. See what she says. Okay, no. Let's look in this book. And at least we're grounded in reality. Y'all know I love it when we're grounded in reality. The Queen of Pentacles. Let's see. It says, here's a cultured person who has the ability to bring into fruition plans leading to economic security and well-being. Practical ambitions and nurturing nature allow for self-sufficiency and good rewards for work. This is the card of planning ahead and having those plans work out. Finances are solid, money resources are kept under control, so the image is that of calm wisdom in money management and strong, sensible utilization of funds. This may indicate a single-parent household where the finances are carefully monitored for self-sufficiency, or lesser income successfully supplementing a larger income to facilitate enjoying the little extras of life. And the keywords here are plans realized, realistic ambitions, and financial independence. Again, by now, we should have a clear view. Let me forgot to put it back on me. By now, we should have a clear idea of how we're moving forward. I myself, having started this particular endeavor with no idea what I was doing, now have a very, very clear idea of how things are going to move forward for me. And really, I had no idea. And you can listen to my older videos. I was just like, I had no idea what I was going to do. And now I'm pretty clear on how things are going to go for me and what different avenues I'm going into, as a result of my setting of my tables, obviously using the pentacles and just becoming clear with what it is I actually wanted. So a lot of times, like, we want, but we don't know what we want. That's why covenants are very, very good, because it gets you clear on what you want. Plus, then you know how to put it into the proper tense, which should be the present tense. Because if you have a covenant list and your list is things that are past tense, then they're going to be past. They're going to be things that happened in the past. You have to make it present. And so that's a little tip there for making your list on covenants. But yeah, I'm really clear on what it is I want. I'm pretty clear on how I'm going to get there. I'm very clear on what it's going to require. And I know that more things are going to have to be given unto me in order to make it work. So I'm prepared and ready for that too. So, I'm very, very grateful for, this particular time that I've been able to gather the saints, together unto me. Those that have made a covenant with the Most High by sacrifice. I'm very grateful to have all the viewers and all the people support me around, and you guys, comments and stuff, getting stuff off my website and just supporting me has really enabled me to see that this is an endeavor that is, sort of like what I'm supposed to be doing, and learning more about the different women that they did leave in the Bible and how they, were in fact businesswomen. I go back to Rahab and not prostitutes like the people try to say, even though prostitution is a business, but they were legitimate businesswomen, but they were also diviners. Many of them, if not all of them. I haven't done everybody yet, but that Ruth thing, I mean, that Rahab thing was really bothering me. Ruth, I will have to come back and do because I'm pretty sure there's something there with that. They took out a lot, but I really need a Sefer, and I don't know where to get one. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, the point of the matter is, for me, you know, like the Holy Mother has really impressed upon me where the money is going to be coming from, and that there is something out there for me, and it gives me the strength to continue to do these videos. And not so much that people believe in what I'm saying, that what I'm saying isn't a bunch of crazy stuff, and that people are being helped by the words that the angels you know shove into my head kind of obtrusively, and that kind of get blurted out of my mouth, because that's really the process. It's like everybody is yelling in my head at once. That's why I sometimes have to close my eyes and say, okay, what is one message? Okay, like a bunch of kids, listen. I can't say all of these things at one time. Just give me one cohesive sentence. And so then I have to unjumble the words and try to put out one cohesive sentence, because I'm getting so many like flashes of things at once. I'm like, whoa, I can't say all of those things at one time. Give me one cohesive thing to say, and then I have to like focus and get that cohesive thing and bring it out. So but again, also go back and read John chapter 7 and 12. We do have 7 and 8 recorded in our Spiritualite Spiritualite Bible study lessons, or a Spiritualite Bible study or something like that, in a playlist here. We have 7 and 8 of John done, but when these cards come up, this is like, yeah, go and read this now. Especially at night. Read this before you go to bed. That's how I really interpret it. So the Nine of Cups. Let's see what the Nine of Cups says. I've gone on too long. I cannot seem to make these videos a normal amount of time. The Nine of Cups. This card is often called the wish card. This is in our present position. Nice. Meaning that what is desired most will be received. Again, this goes along with being clear on what you want and making your covenant with clear language. The extraordinary alignment of circumstances and good decision making bring emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. Usually this card appears to offer reassurance to the doubter that plans can be realized. I was just saying this, and will work out. As such, this card, it is a card of hope as well as success and joy. Life is about to improve, and by following that which intuitively attracts, success is attained. And this correlates, keywords here are wishes fulfilled, efforts rewarded, contentment, happy future. Again, this is all right in alignment. So if you're still, if you're not sure about your finances, again, bring your list of bring your covenant into the present tense. So, like all of my things start with I am getting. And if you enlisted my course that's coming out on Saturday on Rhabdomancy, you will hear my list, because the Lords of Karma like to play. And so I had to actually say my whole list during the process of me trying. Now, one time I didn't have to say the whole list, right? because I had a lot of questions. They're like, just skip the list today. Let's get to the questions. So this time I had to say my whole list. I'm like, this very private list of mine, I have to say the whole thing. And it was like, yes, you do. Let's go. So you'll get to hear my list. But the key phrase when you're making your covenants with the Most High is to say, I am getting. I am getting. Don't say I want. Don't say I need. Don't say I am getting. Getting is an active present term. And so it requires you to do an action, get, physically get, but it also indicates present. Like you have to be present in order to get something. You can't you can win a prize if you're not present, but you can't get the prize unless you're present. So that's why you have to use the term like getting. I don't know a better term than getting to when you're making your list. And it may sound like weird at first, but and this is another course that will be coming up, but that's the way you talk to yourself in terms of what you're getting. You know, every day in every way I am getting my bills paid. I said that to myself every day for a few weeks till I did this covenant. We started a fast, and then it was a totally different set of things. But before that, every day in every way I am getting whatever it is. I'm getting healthy. I am getting my bills paid. I am getting you know, don't want to say getting money, especially if you haven't really dealt with your money is not really a thing. So you have to be specific about what you're going to do with it. And that's what you're going to be getting, not the money, but what you're going to do with it. And that's what it always is with abundance. It's not about what the abundance is. It's about what you're going to do with the abundance once you have it, which is why it's important, going back to the first card, to be clear about what you want, right? Because it's very difficult to have your wish fulfilled if you're not clear about your wish, or you doubt your wish in any way. If you doubt your wish in any way, you're not going to get it. So you have to rate. That's why I like coming through the understanding of the Most High and the angels, because it allows you to build your confidence up in yourself. Because as you are able to see the things that you want manifest quicker and quicker, you begin to realize that you are manifesting them. And not that you're manifesting them without the Most High or without the earthly mother or without Yahweh Shai. Nobody's saying that. But you are putting forth the effort. You have it makes you understand how close of a relationship you have to the Most High. It's not something that's way out there and then you're way down here. No, the Most High is right here. He's just not activated, especially in your heart. You probably got your chakras all messed up, and you can't even hear him, because if your heart chakra is not open, that energy that comes in, it transfers in your heart. Again, like the slot machine example, you put the coin in, the energy comes in, drops in like a coin, whoop whoop whoop, and then down to the soul chakra. So if you have your heart all messed up, covered, gunked up, mucked up, your energy is all messed up, you haven't cleared your karma. So if you haven't cleared your karma, you can't even get the energy's not even coming from the celestial realm. It's stuck like way out there past your 12th chakra. It's not even coming down, because you haven't dealt with your karma and your ancestors' karma, which you have to deal with both. So if you haven't dealt with all of that stuff, you're probably not even, getting your connection. Now, you can negate all of this by being a good person, loving and serving the Most High with all your heart, mind, and soul. That negates all this other stuff. However, if you want to be a creator on this planet, if you want to be your own creator God, for lack of a better way to describe it, you have to understand how this process works. Because how can you be a God who doesn't know how to create? This is my problem with the Hebrew Catholics. They want to be God, black man is God, but they don't know how to create anything. Now, the ones who can create, I sit back and listen, because I could clearly see they know how to create. But the ones who don't create, try and tell me anything, nobody try to tell me anything anyway, because I already be like, really? Okay. I bet you don't know. I say, well, what about the heart? And then that's just the end. They don't even know what the heart is. They don't know how it works. They can't explain anything to me at all about anything. So I just shut them down immediately. But the point of the matter is, you have to be, if you want to be a God, if you want to be the creator, you have to make something. You have to create something. In order to create, you have to know how to create. The only way to know how to create is to physically create something. And I've been beating this dead horse, but if whatever you sow in September, you will reap in June. And so again, if you have not by now decided what you want to reap in June, which I have not made a list, but now that I'm saying it like this, I'm going to make myself a list, make myself a covenant. If you have not actually sat down and made yourself a list, drawn up a covenant for what you want to manifest in now this time, so that it will what you want to plant in this time, that's your covenant, so that you can harvest it in June, you better get to it. You know, you have until the end of the month, but don't wait till the end, because you want to have time to actually do the planting part that you have to do, because again, you have to plant the seeds. Planting the seeds is not just making the list. You have to make the list. You have to get it accepted. You have to get it stamped by the Most High. Okay, boom, we accept that. Then you have to actually get the ball rolling. It's stuff that you have to do. So do not wait. Think you're going to just wait until the 30th day of September, when I'm saying this from the first day of September. Same thing I did with the fast. And then get to the 30th day of September like, oh, well, let me plant some seeds real quick. Nah, don't treat the Most High like that. Don't treat the Most High like that. Plant your seeds now. You have plenty of time. We're only into the second day of September. You have plenty of time. Get those seeds planted. And really, this is the start of the read in a Druid astrology. This is start of read season, which read season is my season. So yeah, you definitely want to start putting down that foundation now. And you have to, again, plant seeds. You can't just, do nothing. I'm glad I said that, because I had forgotten. All right, our last card is the Tower card, which is number 16 in the regular tarot. So I'm going to read this first, and I'll open up the book and see what the path says. So this card usually depicts a tower whose top is either crumbling after a lightning strike or erupting from within with a fire of enlightenment. The wild hunt is the liberating ride that travels in the night sky as thunderous rolling black clouds and streaks of jagged lightning, stirring sudden changes through their shocking passage. They are also gatherers of the dead en route to the realm of underworld, freeing the spirit, leaving the light, and releasing in their wake. Chaos energy is represented in this card, as well as the opportunity to cast off burdensome encumbrances, restricting a full life and achieving personal fulfillment. The main emphasis of the shocking event that leaves no doubt as to the need for change. Wow. This card relates to gaining sudden insights through the use of the black mirror in meditational work, learning what the obstacles are that inhibit progress, and overcoming those restraints through spell casting, be it on internal or external level. Both. Okay, so anyway, Brother Levi was talking about the black mirror the other day. I am really shocked that this came up. So anyway, the keyword, I'm not gonna go off on that tangent. The keyword here is shocking event, sudden change from enlightenment, and illusions go. And let's see what that path is. Path 27. In here, wow, sudden, and so things are gonna change fast. That's the whole thing. First of all, Uranus is in retrograde. It's back into the 8th house. And so just because it's in a retrograde, things are going to happen suddenly. But the tower represents the middle pillar of the Kabbalah. The crown being blown off the top represents the top separate, which symbolizes Adam and Eve's fall from grace, or the removal of their crown and their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. Common interpretations of this card usually include being shaken up, sudden destruction, or references to the Tower of Babel, where humanity's pride, vanity, and great feats were lost in an instant when God confused their languages. And if God confused they don't want you to talk about Sodom and Gomorrah. They don't want you to talk about this tower. I mean, this is the same thing that happened on 9/11, which again is why I am now proffering that 9/11 was an angelic attack, an attack from the Most High to confuse them which it did confuse them. They didn't, and but these Gentiles, they just picked up and made some lie to go over top of it. But yeah, I think it was an attack from the Most High. He did it before with the Tower of Babel. Why wouldn't he have done it with the Twin Towers? That's where their whole commerce center was stationed. But because these fools were in the blessing, they were prepared. They still lost a lot of their people, more of their people than they're willing to admit. And those effects have been long reaching. And actually, that attack is what basically has led them to this point that they're in right now, to be honest, because if there was no 9/11, there would have been no housing market crash in '08. Because of all the people they had to suddenly move around to fight this war so that they could get ahead of the prophecy that was in Revelations, and not have the real prophecy, which they have hidden somewhere, be played out. Because had they done nothing, the real prophecy would have played out a little bit like we would have already going through this process. But since their 400 years weren't up, they were able to maneuver that situation, gain the little bit of use a little bit of power they had left to try and build the wealth. And as much as they can, they introduced to us all this new technology so they could basically make themselves God over us. And all that hish has failed. All the advancements that they made since 2001, they rushed and implemented our Atlantean technology, has completely failed. How do you know it's failed? State of California, after demanding that no cars be gasoline after a certain year, now they're telling you can't charge your car. So tell me how that shows that they're advancing. That means that they have gone backwards, because we didn't need electric power grid to power our electric cars. That's not how it worked. Madam C.J. Walker had an electric car. She took it with her when she went to the islands. Do your research. You will understand this. So all I'm saying is, their stuff is, if the Most High did it one time by confusing them and basically taking down them by putting them in different languages, all of a sudden they did pit 83 against 83. Before that, 83 was against 83, but it was kind of like a joke. Haha, yeah, we'll come fight you. Let's just see how much checks we can write. And then you had people like who weren't aware of all the other stuff that was going on, but just were recipients of the blessing, going out and losing their lives in droves. And look at my generation. My generation, I graduated from high school in 2003. So from the people who graduated in 2001, 2000, all the way for like the next 10 or 15 years, especially the next 10 years, you had a lot of our bright minds, a lot of our reproductive age people lost to either dying overseas in Iraq, or they have severe mental disabilities now, physical disabilities, or they're just so cynical, they don't reproduce. I mean, that's why their population has collapsed. That literal event of the Most High striking their towers again literally has caused them to lose everything. They have nothing as a result of their behavior at that time. And when people find out the truth, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. It's going to be totally over. And I think also that they had a plan to do this, but the Most High got there first. And so that's why everything was ready to go, but it wasn't quite ready. You know what I mean? Like, it was ready, but it wasn't ready. Like, they had planned it, but the Most High got there first so that they couldn't, like, physically crash a plane in there. It ended up being like some type of lightning strike or something like that, and plasma ball or something that Michael whipped up out his right hand, and that caused a whole lot of problems, because as we all know, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. So how does that type of thing happen? So this Tower of Babel card reminds me, number one, 9/11 is coming up, but also the Most High did this to them, and they covered it up so much that they have a whole generation of people who can't figure out whether it was real and we were tricked, or they're just lying, or whatever the case. It's a big point of argument. How is that not confusing our languages? Because if you talk to a person who is a non-conspiracy theorist, they don't understand what you say. That's just like, again, this is a be controversial, but I agree with the position that World War III started on January 6th. I totally agree with that position. But it wasn't the people who were attacking the government. Essentially, it was the government attacking the people dressed as the people attacking the government. So it's a whole circle. So it's the people were out there killing each other. However, they weren't, because a lot of those deaths did not even happen. You know, a lot of what they said didn't happen. And then what did happen, they didn't say. I was watching all of this very closely. I was extremely involved in that particular movement. Not being there, because I stayed my tail home. I already knew first of all, I'm not going into the city. Forget that. But I was monitoring in different streams that was coming in. And not just on that day, but when they were getting started. I was monitoring because I knew that I wanted to know what really happened. Whatever it was, what really happened. And since nobody has asked me, I haven't said anything. But the point of the matter is, if you think that it was an insurrection, you don't understand how DC works. Because those doors in the Capitol cannot be opened from the outside. Someone on the inside has to open the doors. That is a requirement. I can't believe people think that in this day, it's just like going to the White House. Nobody's just going to run up on the White House. That's why they didn't do it at the White House, because you can't just run up on the White House, and Trump was not involved in that. So therefore, someone, i.e. Pelosi, had to approve those doors being opened. Someone, i.e. Bowser, had to deny the request for the National Guard, which had been placed 2 weeks before. I was watching all of this. So the people, so I do agree that World War III was started, but it was started by the government against the government to blame on the people who didn't do anything, who just showed up because they were upset. That's it. So instead of accepting what the mainstream says about these things, you need to go and do some research. Ask yourself one question. How do you get inside the Capitol? Just talk to anybody in DC and ask them how they get inside the Capitol. The doors have to be open. They're like 500-pound magnetically sealed doors. They have to be open for you, number one. Nobody goes in those front doors. The visitor entrance is all in the back of the Capitol. So to go in those doors specifically, someone has to specifically open those doors. There's only way for it to happen. And anybody who, this is not the 70s. This is not the 50s when you could just walk in and out the Capitol all willy-nilly. That's not how it works. And the fact that there's people who don't understand how it works is the reason why. It's the same thing with 9/11. It's the fact that people who don't understand that jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Y'all are the ones that are continuing this process to be to go on longer than it needs to. You have to come to the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is, it's the government fighting the government in the name of the people so that they can blame the people, so that they have a scapegoat. It's the same thing they did in 9/11. It's the same scam. It's the same thing they did in World War I and World War II. It's the same thing they did in Vietnam. Everything is the same. They're not smart. They're clever. They're not smart. And so until more of our people are able to understand how this process works, and this is not a political thing, this is just understanding who the enemy is. Until our people understand who the real enemy is, and not a conspiracy theory, but literally how it physically works, just like I was describing the heart and the chakras the other day, it's the same thing. Until you understand how it physically works, like physically go to DC and physically try to open that door, you will immediately understand that's not what happened. And everybody in the media knows it. They're all literally lying, because everybody in the media has been to the Capitol. Many people have been to the Capitol. They entered through a different door. So that means the door had to be open. The person who's in charge of security for the Capitol is Pelosi. She is in charge. She is responsible. So, i.e., therefore, it was a government scam, a government inside job. However, they did inadvertently pop off World War III with their behavior. I don't disagree with that, but just the lack of understanding on our side about how these things work, and the believing of anybody's account that hasn't physically either been to the place where the thing is happening, or will not allow the spirit to give them the knowledge of what actually is going on, is a totally different thing. And there are people in DC who I have this argument with too, because they just don't, I was supposed to read what this path was. Look, see y'all, I keep going on and on, man. Let me read the path. I just wanted to say that because it has been bothering me that people don't understand how difficult it is to get into the Capitol. You don't just walk up to the door and open it. Like that's just not how it works. Nothing is like that. Try to go visit the White House. You have to be on a list. You literally have to be on a list. You have to get permission from your um oh, that's what it is. Remember yesterday I was describing how you use the lords of karma and your angels and stuff. So in order to get to the White House now, you have to get cleared by your state representative. You have to put an application in with your state representative, and then they assign you a time to come, and they tell you when you can come, and you have to come with your ID. When you go to visit the White House, you cannot take anything with you, not even a purse, nothing. Literally nothing. You got whatever, you got a jacket on, maybe they might let you have that. That's it. You go in that White House, you have nothing. And so if you don't understand that, in order to see the Most High, you have to go through that screening process. The angels have to screen you. Everybody don't go directly to the feet of the Most High. Everybody can't gaze upon his splendor. But if you put in the application with your representative, with your guardian angel, the guardian angel will do your background check and see what you're trying to do, if you've done the work, and if you've been approved, you can go. And seeing the mother via the Supreme Court is a similar process. Can't nobody just walk into the Supreme Court. In order to plead your case in front of the Supreme Court, you have to be approved. That's a whole nother process of applications with different people getting approved, all of that. You don't just walk in and plead your case in front of the Supreme Court. Everybody's got to approve it. A bunch of people have to approve it. As a lawyer, if you're a regular person, you want your case heard, you have to go to a person who has the rights to argue a case in front of the Supreme Court. That's not everybody. And so that's how all of this stuff ties together. This is why I keep talking about it, because literally they copied the Most High's plan, his celestial outline, and implanted it on themselves. And that's the reason why a lot of this stuff for me makes sense, because my family has been involved in this stuff for so long. So, this path, I'm sorry, the 27th path is active or exciting intelligence, and it's so called because through it, every existent being receives its spirit and motion. So, that means that without the active, without that spark of divine fire, you're not going to have no motion. So that's what the 27th path is. Let's do the blessing of the Sephiroth. I went on way too long about this, y'all. My bad. Blessed be the light beyond all being. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Keter. Blessed be the breathing of origination. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Chokma. Blessed be eternal wisdom. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Bina. Blessed be omniscient understanding. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Chesed. Blessed be perpetual compassion. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Gevura. Blessed be almighty justice. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Tiferet. Blessed be transcendent beauty. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Netzach, blessed be unceasing victory. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Hod, blessed be surpassing glory. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Yesod, blessed be infallible foundation. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Malchut, blessed be all life throughout the kingdom. Forever blessed be the mighty one. All praise, glory, and honor go to the Most High, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We thank you for allowing us to speak with the angels for just a few moments, and we would like to report back. They have fulfilled the covenant with us, and therefore we would like that to be noted to their records. We thank the earthly mother for always being with us and guiding us. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahushua and the perfect example that he set. And of course, to the angels, you guys are doing a great job. We appreciate all of your hard work and service to the kingdom, and we have let the Most High know that you fulfilled the covenant with us, and we say thank you. Let God be praised in the beginning and the end. Who supplicates him, he will neither despise nor refuse. God above us, God before us, God possessing all things. May the Father of heaven grant us a portion of mercy. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Lo Olam Vayed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom throughout eternity. Ha Rashaman Hu Yashazir Lanu Avodat Biet Hamikdash Limkoma Bimhira Biyamanu Omen 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 and Selah. May the merciful one restore unto us the service of his holy temple to its place speedily and in our days. Amen, 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 and Selah. To the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High is your peace. Shalom, everyone. We'll see you for the reading tomorrow morning at Thamor.